Hello everybody and welcome back here on Eiersholt. I'm gonna get walking because we're in a bit of a hurry. I wasn't really gonna record an episode again here in midwinter. I was just gonna be spending a day washing some more potatoes. From last episode we saw some of that, and hauling a bit more grain out to make a bit of money so we were ready to make investments. But I've just had a call that our grain driver has gone off the road. He was heading back up to the grain mill, and he spun off the road, so he can't get back out. There's too much snow. So we're gonna get into the Zarian. I'm gonna have to head down to the store first of all, because I realized we don't actually have a tow chain on the farm just yet. So we're gonna have to head down and get that. So while the Zarian is heading down, I'm going to get into the truck, and I'm also going to bring up the T7 with the snowplow, because I think it looks like we're going to have to clear the road again up there. We had some more snow overnight, and we need to block off the road while we're trying to pull out the truck, obviously. So we better get going. So we're going to get the T7 out here as well. And we're just going to get the truck to follow up so that we can warn other drivers not to come down the road while we're trying to pull out our grain truck. And we'll head up and see what it looks like. But we're on our way. We're obviously got to get shifting, get up and make sure the driver's okay, and the grain has not spilled out. It's just more or less hopelessly stuck in a field just off the road. So better get up and see what's what. So on the previous episodes of Eiersholt, I was using the Danish geo, which in itself was quite challenging. We're now on to the built-in geo for the map. But it certainly seems winter is bringing quite a bit of snow, and obviously because we're also using the REA mod, slippage is very much a real thing here during winter, but I like it. It's bringing a bit of challenge to the whole game, having to deal with situations like that. Like I said, I wasn't really planning on having to record an episode again in midwinter, since it was going to be a bit of routine work. I've dealt with the animals today already. That's working fine. We got our new skid steer to clear out all the manure. That's helping quite a lot. And with the two Roland trailers, obviously, that is helping too. If he went off on the other side, he was lucky not to hit any of the trees, I guess. Let's see. Oh, I see the truck there. Oh yeah, he's come off the road by some distance here. Righto. Let's just see. I'll just hop out and see. It looks a bit sunken, but not too bad. I just want to see if I can shift it. Okay, yeah, we're just digging in here. Nothing's happening. That's definitely gonna need a pull out for sure. We'll just get set up here to block the road, and we got the snowplow because I can see the roads down to the grain mill is covered again, so I'm gonna have to clear that once more so that truck can get down once we hopefully get it back on the road without spilling all the grain. Right, so we're just gonna leave the pickup truck in a place where it can be seen here to block traffic. Put the hazards on so that no traffic is going to come and get caught up in this. I don't think there's any real traffic on this road, but I guess this is what we would be doing. Likewise, going to bring the T7 up. We'll go around the bend so there's a bit more visibility here. Park it up to block the road as well, and then we'll see if the Zarian has picked up the chain yet, and we'll go on the way up. And in the meantime, our other truck is selling off the rest of the oats down here at the Baywash stall. He seems to have made it fine, but the roads are a bit safer here. It's sort of more following the main road down instead. And that's still bringing us in 61,000 euros, so that is pretty decent. So we picked up towing chains. I got 2 while I was at it, just in case we need to stretch out a bit. We'll try with 1 if we can first, but we'll see how we go. Obviously you don't want to put too long a pull on in case anything snaps and flies around the place, but we're not too far away now. Just coming up by the horse farm here and heading down the side road. So we got past the pickup truck and we are now at the site where we've got to try and see what we can do to help get this MAN truck out. I think first of all we need to get a tow hook mounted on the front of that truck. Okay, so we're gonna try with single chain first of all. It's a little bit faffy here in the snow because you can't really see the chain. Let's see, oh no, it looks like it's sliding off. You can see the little number 1 running away from us. This is not good. Come back. Oh wow, it's really going. Oh, can I catch it? We seem to have slowed down here. Actually what we might do is we'll drag it back up on the road and we'll bring this area up here. And then we'll see if I can get it attached first of all. It's a little bit tricky this. I haven't used it before, but I think we should just get up to the red end here. Like this. There we go. Now we've got that end of the chain attached. Now we've got to get reversed down a bit. I hope I can pull the chain out from underneath the tractor. See if we can get hold of it here. Right, I just needed the help menu up to try and get this hook placed in a reasonable place on this truck. Let's see, move it in a little bit like that. And I think that should be us ready now to attach the chain, hopefully. Let's see. I might need to bring it closer. Is it really that short? I think I saw it there. Now it's slid further. So we're now dragging the end, I think, and if we go X, there we go. Finally, we got a chain attached. So, ideally we probably should have used 2 chains here, but I realized the other chain is lying somewhere under the snow down at the store, so we'll pick that one up later, because I have a feeling with REA we might be needing these in general. So, we need to get into this area and see if we can get this pulled out. So here we go. This isn't going to be easy. It's going to be some slippage even for a big tractor like this, but we are moving, which is excellent. Oh yes, we are coming back onto the road, hopefully. Let's see if we can just get it straightened up a bit here. Oh, there goes a road sign in the process, but on the grand scheme of things, I think we're okay. Yes! There we go. Right, so now I can unhook that and hook. Oh, now I dropped it off completely. I want to keep it on the Zerion here. If I can find the mounting point again. It is really difficult in the snow to get this chain attached, but there's a way of self-attaching it to the tractor. I had it before, so there we go. And then if I press X, there we go. So now we got the chain fully mounted onto the Zerion here, so in case we need it again, which seems quite likely right now. And the other grain truck in the meantime is running a lot smoother. We're loading up some wheat so we can get that out and get it sold as well. Back up at the grain mill, we're going to try and see if we can get this grain nursed around. I think we're going to have to clear the road. I just want to make sure that I can actually make it down the road here to where we have the T7 parked up. We'll do a little bit like what we did in the last episode. We'll clear a path down, and then hopefully we'll be able to get this grain finally sold, because it's taking a good part of the day to try and get this truck out. Make a nice wide corner here so we can get around. Get the last bit from the turn here pushed over to the side, hopefully without making any awkward shapes. Yeah, that looks okay. So with a little bit of luck we can get our truck around here, and we can get the T7 over to clear the road on the other side so we can get back out of here as well. I'm starting to wonder whether this truck is actually worth it. It seems very, very light on the front there. It's sliding much more than our other MAN truck with the tow trailer. We do get 50% extra by using these containers for the grain, but as you can see, it's like the steering's not really gripping in on it until you either go incredibly slow or there's just a little bit of grip. You can see the front wheels are locking again there right away. So we're going to try and see if we can nurse it around the corner here. And then, yeah, I think we're okay now. So finally we can get some grain sold, and then we can get this whole crew moved back home again and carry on with the rest of the day's duties. So our other truck is loaded up on wheat. It is heading back down the main road. We're going back down to the Baywa to sell some of this wheat. 59,000 litres on board. Both in terms of barley and wheat, we've still got close to 150,000 litres in stock, so I think we'll probably be selling one more load of each, and then we'll keep a fair bit back because we want some both for mixing feed. We do have the millet for the pig food. That's exclusively grown for that purpose. So all in all, we can sell quite a bit. We want to keep a little bit back for feeding chickens and stuff like that, so we can actually probably sell closer to 2 loads, but we'll see how we get on here. In the meantime, we're unloading up at the grain mill, and we've made the first close to 49,000 from one container load. So we're unloading the trailer now, and yeah, it's been a hard-fought battle to get this barley sold, but we're making a decent amount of money here, that's sure. It's another 48, almost 49,000. So in total, we've just made over 90,000 euros. So I reckon it was worth it. We spent a little bit of money on chains and stuff, but in the grand scheme of things, now we just got to make sure we can get this truck back out of here. Actually, before I climb the hill, because we got the Zerion parked up here, I'll move that out of the way. So once we got a bit of momentum on that truck, we can get straight back up onto the dry road. Here I go, Wish me luck. Yeah, still sliding a little bit, but we're getting grip at least now that we're not driving on pure snow here. There's a little bit of a snow patch just as we come out to the road, but I reckon we should be okay here as long as I slow down a little bit here. Obviously traffic is blocked, not that we actually get real AI traffic coming along this road, but yes, I think we're okay. There was a couple of road sign casualties, but they should get sorted out and fixed. We'll pay the council a little bit to do that. So we can move our truck back out of the way and we can bring everybody back home. Truck's away and we're going to follow. Not sure if we're going to be coming out to the grain mill anymore. We'll have to see, unless it's a really good price. At least we cleared the road now, but obviously we don't want to run the risk of having the truck come off in one of these turns again. It happened very quickly. There was almost no contact at all, and suddenly we were just in the field. At least we didn't lose the grain, so from that aspect we're all good. And in the meantime, our other truck has once again reached the bay-wire, so although the other truck shifts more, this truck has now managed to do 2 loads of 59,000 liters each in the time that it's taken us to pull out that other truck. So I am starting to wonder whether I think we'll probably just stick with this one for running grains here during the winter. But that's another 70,000 euros for a pile of wheat. That is not bad, and we can head our way up. And back down on the farm, I'm getting back into the Valtra because it is time to unload a bit more of the washed potatoes into our trailer. I wonder, it might be almost a replay of the last episode in that we're going to have to do a sort of late day drive out to the photo shop possibly with these washed potatoes, unless someone else is now bidding in at a higher rate, but it seems likely that we're doing something very similar again. But we got room for a bit more potatoes in there, so we're just gonna kind of unhook, park around the corner so we're out of the way, and the telehandler can get a bit more loaded in. So I'm trying to clear off this end of the shed and leave a bit more there. We will need potatoes to mix pig food, and we'll need seed potatoes for our next field. I need to have a look at roughly how much we need for that field. I would like to be able to box that up, so I think we might be leasing this belt feeder where we can actually box up the potatoes, and then we'll be able to use those for seed potatoes to go in come springtime when we got some ground that's able to work on. Right now everything is frozen solid still. Well, we're starting to get this end of the shed cleared out a little bit. Still lots of potatoes in here, so we might not be washing them all if push comes to shove, but I think it'll be a nice thing to keep us busy over winter here. Certainly helps. It earns us extra money. So our IT runner's truck is kind of back on the farm. As you can see, even just making this corner here is really problematic for it. It's basically got no front wheel grip at all on this truck. So I really think, I don't know if it's worth keeping it. Let me know in the comments what you think. It is quite handy for some things, like the ability to swap out. We got a high capacity, but it is starting to feel like, certainly here during winter, it's almost more trouble than it is worth. But I do need to get a little bit of snow cleared in here. so that we can move around without slipping and sliding everywhere. I think for now we are just going to park it up here on the side, and we're going to leave the other truck to shift any remaining grain, because I think we've had enough adventures for one day in this thing here. So we're just bringing the truck in for one more load of barley, and this time it's going to be going out to the fodder shop. So we better get our tarp unfurled and we'll start loading that up. As you can see, we have 193,000 litres of wheat, 147 of barley. We are now clean out of oats, we've sold them all. We still got close to 250,000 litres of canola. Corn, we got a lot of, but I don't want to get rid of it in case we need it for pigs, so we'll hold on to that for now. And apart from that, there's all the seeds from Realistic Seeder that you can now store in the silos as well. But we have 118,000 litres of millet as well that we'll be hanging on to for mixing for pig feed. That's something we'll probably get on with in the next episode here on the farm as well. But for now, we're going to be loading some barley. And while that truck is loading, we're just going to be heading inside, because I know I have been talking about buying some land for a couple of episodes. We got the money, so I think we'll go into the office and have a look at that. So here we are, a little bit warmer in here. I'll bring up the map so you can see what I'm thinking about doing. So here's the map of what we currently have in terms of owned and leased. Field 17 we've leased, so that's not ours, but everything else is purchased land. So what I'm thinking about extending up to do is to take, this area here. We got some forestry up on the northern side here at least, and quite a bit down towards the horse farm as well. And we got these two big areas. I'm thinking of one of them I want to put some greenhouses into, which will enable us to use some of our manure. We can create a large manure pile up there and we can use it. Might have to install a water tank or something like that as well, but it will give us a bit of passive income to offset any running costs. And then the other yard we might use as a sort of secondary machine yard, or I am thinking about maybe we want to try and get fields 11 and 12 to do root crop on. The plan was this year to use field 27 for potatoes, but on the other hand, if I had a kind of root crop hall up here, that one is 203,000. Field 12 is only 75, and this area is 153. So in total, we're looking at, what's that, 154 plus 75, 225, 230 plus, so we're looking at 430,000 in total. So that's basically what we're going to be doing. We're going to be purchasing this little area. We're going to move our root crops up here. That means we free up field 27 for something else, probably grain. It's closer to the farm. We can move the combines down. And I will have to invest a little bit in some sheds, but we'll wait with putting buildings down until the snow starts clearing a bit. So that'll be a kind of probably early to mid-spring project. It's not going to be a super rushed thing, but I'd rather make the investments in this land while we have the money to do so. So that's obviously taking a chunk out, but we basically still got 932,000. We will need some of that, obviously, for running costs, for fuel, for seed, and for sheds up there, and to buy in the greenhouses and such like. But I think that is going to be a good investment. We might then also move the potato washer up there instead, and kind of focus on root crops, because we obviously got more root crops in the game now. We've got the sugar beets, the potatoes, but we also got carrots and onions. So I think it'll be interesting to have a sort of little, well, side branch almost. I don't know how much extra machinery we're going to be able to afford straight off the bat, but I think it'll be a fair amount at least. So I'm just going down here to check on our potato washer, because it sounds like it's stopped. That probably means it's full again and we'll be ready. Okay, we're out of potatoes. We got a tiny bit of room left, so we might as well get that filled up, and then that'll be ready to roll. I think we're taking it down to McCain's potatoes today instead. So that's our barley loaded up and ready to go out to the fodder shop. That'll be our last grain run for today, but we've made a lot of money. We've spent a fair bit of money. I'm not going to be doing anything with that land immediately, but we might start getting some logging underway while it's still winter up in that area. So we got our we got our barley underway, and last thing we're going to do today is really to do the same with our potatoes here. Although the Valtra does have to work hard, it does seem perfectly capable of pulling a trailer full of washed potatoes here. I don't know if it's going to be completely full, but we're going to get the rest unloaded in. I think it will be actually, yeah. Oh, it's going to be very, very close to full if it isn't completely full. So in the next episode, we'll have a little bit more money again. We'll have sold all of these potatoes here, and we'll have sold some more barley. But I think it will be time to perhaps look at leasing another forestry machine and bring that up to our newly purchased area. But for now, we are approaching the end of a day where I wasn't really planning to do any recording, but it turned out we had a little bit of drama after all. So I hope you enjoyed the series. We obviously got a bit of work ahead of us, but I look forward to spring as well, so we can get back out and doing some groundwork, especially setting up our sort of root crop annex up in the northern part of the map. I think that'll be quite exciting to try and get some of that underway. But as I'm heading down here in the Valtra, I think we're gonna call it a day for this episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you at the next one here on Overcode Gaming. See you again soon.